This past weekend, gun violence ripping across Chicago, killing 10 and leaving dozens wounded.
One protester who took to the streets on Thursday to try to stop the growing violence had a message for the president.
We have to make sure that President Trump recognized that not everyone believes that Chicago is a Trump-free zone. If he's serious about helping the people in Chicago, especially on the west side of Chicago, I accept his help.
Wow. Joining us right now to discuss the city, the crisis that it's in, and the carnage that's happening is Democratic Illinois State Representative LaShawn Ford. LaShawn, thanks so much for joining us. I appreciate it. We saw you on the street there. What could you expect, or what do you hope the president does?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me, and I'm so happy to be working with your contributor, Gianna Codwell, who's from Chicago. As a Democrat, I come here today calling on the president. He said he wanted to help people in Chicago. I accept that help. That's number one. We have to receive the help from the president of the United States. Illinois is one of the states that sends billions of dollars to the federal government, and the taxpayers of Illinois help now. As a Democrat from Chicago, we are in a state of emergency in Chicago. Over 1,700 people have been shot since the beginning of the year. And this weekend, you guys have noted that 63, but of the 63, 3 of those people were shot right steps from my church on the west side of Chicago. One shot dead in the head, and also we had 2 others critically wounded. Right steps from my church, St. Martin de Porres, on the west side of Chicago.
Terrible. Hey, LaShawn, I know that part of the rally that Gianna went to on Thursday was to try to embarrass the mayor, Rahm Emanuel, to get him to do something. The Chicago Police Department, you say, is not trusted by the people. Explain that.
Well, it's clear that the Chicago Police Department is not trusted with the mass genocide that's happening on the streets of Chicago. You can't get the cooperation with the citizens in the community to help solve the crime. Chicago right now have more unsolved crimes than they do solved crimes. And so what we have to do is make sure that there's some trust between the Chicago police and the community.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
You have to be fair, you have to be honest, and you have to make sure that you're respecting the people that you patrol. I represent a community on the west side that the government allows drugs and gangs to dominate those communities, where senior citizens and children are hostage. They're held hostage in their homes, they're held hostage in their community, and they can't enjoy the liberties that are afforded to them by everyone else. And that's unacceptable. Yeah. And we need the president's help in Chicago because we pay taxes. We send federal money. Illinois is one of the states that send
you guys certainly are taxed.
Yes.
Yeah, LaShawn.
So I know that America, we go on the international community and we help some of the communities that are the most violent. And I know that we can stop the crime in Chicago if we can stop crime and make peace in the countries where I know that it's much more violent and there's more intelligence to it. We can't let the criminals outsmart our most intelligent people in America. We can stop this if we really wanted to.
LaShawn, what's your message for your mayor, for Rahm Emanuel?
I think the mayor, he must take away the thought that Chicago is a Trump-free zone, because taxpayers deserve to have the president come in and bring resources to the community. We need to make sure that the billions of dollars that we send to Washington comes back, and the mayor should be working closely with Trump. He should be working closely with the Labor Department. He should be working closely with the U.S. HUD, the Surgeon General, because there's so much trauma on the west and south sides of Chicago. We must do everything.
LaShawn, he's very focused on he's very focused on people like sanctuary cities.
I'm not going to throw the mayor under the bus. I'm going to let him know that I want to work with him.
Right.
I want to work with the police superintendent, and I want to work with your contributor, Gianna Codwell, so that we can bring the community together and make things work.
Well,
but as long as we are divided and fighting against the president, it's not going to happen.
Okay, there you got the headline. Chicago is not a Trump-free zone. They need help. LaShawn Ford, a Democratic Illinois state representative, we thank you very much for joining us from your home today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
And good luck.
Thank you. Yeah.